This officially marks chapter 1 of creating this online business slash freelance videography business situation that I got going on here. Because, it's the beginning. I have lots of things to do. I have lots that I'm procrastinating on. But it feels like a fresh start. Hey, if you're new here, my name's jaypeedeed. I'm a recent T14 law school dropout and aspiring videography business owner and full-time content creator, hopefully. Doesn't feel like it, but yeah, that's the goal. Now you might be wondering, why videography? Well, see, I've never really had any ambitions in terms of career. I've always just kind of thought about the money. But I think videography was one of those things that I can find myself getting lost in and also having ambition for. There's certain brands that I want to work with, there's certain types of videos that I want to make, and I want to be known in this space as someone that knows their stuff. And I think it took me going to law school and really understanding what exactly it is that I don't want to do for the rest of my life to kind of finally hone in and go all in on videography. But that definitely doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. Now, the start of any videography business is pretty obvious, and it is the gear. So, first of all, the camera that I'm using. I also have my, oh goodness, that's gonna be so blown out. I have a MacBook Pro, M4 Pro. I actually recently upgraded my laptop because the work that I was doing actually involves a decent amount of Fusion. I used to have an M1 MacBook Air, but I ended up selling that one. This has been awesome. It's been a really good upgrade. It used to take me like 2.5 hours to render one video. That was like probably 30 seconds to a minute. Now that takes me a minute. So big upgrades on the MacBook and well worth it. I don't know if DaVinci is supposed to lag when I'm using Fusion, but it has been having trouble on the playback. So you know what? It's already gone. I can't return this anymore, but just for the future, maybe. You never know when I'll upgrade my laptop. Now this is actually the most recent addition to my kit. I didn't have a light because I was waiting until I figured out where I wanted to be long term because, lights are kind of annoying to store and I didn't want to buy a lot of things before if I was just going to move again. So now that I'm going to be in Calgary full time, decided to pick up just something affordable. I feel like I want to try this out and see where it goes. I'm not doing huge clients anyway. Usually it's like I'm going to a restaurant or I'm going to do like just a very simple interview setup. So I haven't felt the need to get a super giga big light. Haven't had the chance to test this out, just had, tested it out myself, but not actually use it in the field. So I can't give you a full review of this yet, but I think that basically does it for gear. Like I have like little things like this, just SSDs on hand. I buy these whenever I can see them on sale because I tend not to actually organize my files as well, something that I'm also working on. But that is everything for the gear that I'm starting out with. And that brings me to a grand total of whatever this number is. 8.5 thousand. Yeah, 8.5 thousand that I need to make back. Slowly but surely. But these two things have been my workhorses in building up a portfolio.
Cold.
It's still cold?
The top is cold, yeah.
Are you sure it's cold? So the work that I'm currently being hired for definitely isn't the work that I want to be hired for in the future. It's not necessarily what I thought when I started a videography business. Mainly I've been getting paid to do political campaigns. That's I have one specific client that basically started my entire career. And I've been working with them relatively consistently for the last few months. But the kind of work that I do want to do actually is definitely much more in the fashion and food industry, I think. Even today, I'm going to be filming with Haley because I've been really wanting to do some fashion stuff. There's like a lot of ideas and a lot of things that I've been wanting to try out. The food stuff that I've been doing at Cocoa Cups is also like something that I'm interested in because I like food, and I feel like through that type of work I can get connections with restaurants and then hopefully, I don't know, get paid or even just like go and have good meals. I feel like if we were able to just go out and have like good date nights at like some nicer restaurants, and if they just want me to film something, that would be really good to do. But dream projects, I've been saying this ever since I started. I think like
Because
New Balance is one that I
New Balance
really
sponsorship.
want. Another one would be Sony. If I would be able to work with Sony, that would be like really awesome. I think that would be I think those are like my big two. Other than that, I mean, building out my portfolio, there has been free work too. I think the most recent one was a thing I shot for this DJ in Calgary. We actually just ended up meeting randomly, asked if I could do something. He actually was willing to pay, but I had never done anything for a DJ, never like done any work like that, so I didn't really feel comfortable taking money in that sense. Another big business mistake, I think. Like, speaking of portfolios and everything, money. Money is the big thing. I hate talking about money. All right, so money. Probably the hardest thing about the whole business side of this thing, but not really necessarily for the reason that I thought. Whenever I think it's hard to earn money, I just think it's hard to get people to give you money for the skills that you have. But for me, the biggest challenge has been even getting to that stage. See, for me, I hate marketing myself, even during interviews or anything like that.
I don't know if I should do the tall
like the stuff that you would have to do to kind of sell yourself. And at the same time, negotiating money is one of those things that I just feel super uncomfortable with, and something that is going to be something that I need to learn a lot of and practice a lot of. But for right now, I feel like I have a few goals. I think I have like monthly earning goals that I want to hit. Initially, I just had like specific amounts, like maybe 1K, 2K, 5K, but I feel like I've slowly hit those over a longer period of time. But I feel like right now I'm more worried about consistently making money each month. Right now, I mean, the biggest thing that I'm having a challenge with, like I said, is reaching out to new clients or trying to get new clients. I've been working with the specific people in this political space for like just under a year now, and I have to find new clients. Outside of my friends, I mean, I haven't really actually done any outreach. And so right now I feel like in-person DMs and cold emails, like cold DMs, cold emails, even cold calling, I feel like these are things that I want to get into more, but I'm just procrastinating those things because I'm nervous. But that doesn't mean that I'm not making any progress at all. Still making money. I'm also trying to extend my network here and there when I can. I want to go out. Now I'm going out to this running club thing. I know there's a few creatives there, so hopefully I can connect with them and kind of socialize and try and spread my network out, and also asking people that I've worked with previously if they have any referrals. And that's just one of the things that I have to learn. Right, so there's the business side of learning, but there's also the creative side of learning. And before, I thought I was a genius. I thought I was like a savant when it came to video making. And now I realize that I was just hella delusional. I think technically speaking, I don't have like too many problems. Obviously, it's not perfect. I still have to learn my way around my camera to a certain extent. And I just recently started filming in 4K, which was a big upgrade. And I don't know why I didn't do it earlier. And it's a continuous learning process. But the skills that I was using to film these political ads weren't necessarily the highest skill level things.
Under the new
I was
zoning
just
rules,
essentially
this house
having to
will be
do
torn
basic
down
lighting,
and replaced
basic
your
angles,
counselor. I
and
will
just
bring my
having a little
25
bit of
years of
variety,
business
and then figuring
experience
things
to
out in
spend
the
smarter.
edit. Luckily, we have the internet these days, and I mainly use Instagram. And I have really been following a lot of pages. Just my whole algorithm is like basically just filming stuff nowadays. But I've been really taking inspiration from Gaku and Joel Roak, as well as YouTubers like Life of Riza or Polkarwan, and also Goxart. I don't know why I just blanked on Goxart. And I think this has really been helping me because at this point, I don't really necessarily think I have like a specific style of my own. I'm kind of at the stage where I'm taking everything up like a
Or the
sponge,
cameras,
practicing
but I
little
do
things
have
here
a
and there. And I
5-year-old
think
action
as I
camera
absorb and
and a
practice
Mac.
more of these things, then I can kind of slowly work on my personal style. Right now, I think the main ways that I'm really learning have been through watching and trying to recreate that in the exact same way that it's made. I feel like that is helping me learn a lot because not only do I have to search up the little things, but I also see what I'm capable of doing. And it's been a lot of fun, to be honest. Even these videos that I made with Haley recently, I did exactly the transitions that Gaku did, and it was really fun. But it also taught me that I need to really learn how to do speed ramping in DaVinci Resolve, because I don't know what it is, but this like weird lagginess is not the vibe, and I want to fix this somehow, but I gotta learn that altogether. And I hope that by doing this continuously over a long period of time, I can kind of work towards things that are just more creative. Overall, better motion graphics, but as well visual effects, because I feel like that's a part of videos that I really don't understand yet, and that's something that I really want to get into. But I hope over time that I can kind of develop all of these skills and kind of make something of my own, because at the end of the day, I want to be creative. I don't want to just rely on ChatGPT. I don't want to rely on other people's ideas. I want to be able to come up with something that's creative and just my own. And just like the business side of things, I realize that I'm at the very beginning of my creative career, and therefore there's a lot to learn and it's a lot of fun, but I just have to be patient as well. And that leads me into the final segment of this video. Fun. Now, fun is subjective, because I had a lot of fun when my channel finally started growing, or when my videos were getting a lot more views than I was used to. But I don't really necessarily think that's a sustainable growth model for my channel, nor my career. I was recently watching this Rockstar Games come up video, and it kind of made me realize something about just the creative field in general. For those that don't know Rockstar Games, they made GTA, Red Dead Redemption, like Bully, some of these big AAA title games. And with each game, they've always one-upped themselves, and they've made a better product. GTA 6 is one of the most hyped games of the gaming industry, I guess. But what I kind of thought about as I was watching that video was, I was wondering if Rockstar Games would stop making games if GTA 6 did flop. And in my opinion, I don't think they ever would. That's where fun kind of comes into the equation for making videos for me. Yeah, it's fun watching my channel grow. Yeah, it sucks when it stops growing and I stop getting views. But at the same time, that isn't the only fun that I've ever had. I have lots of fun when I'm just filming with Haley. Or I have lots of fun when I'm trying out a completely new technique. I also have a lot of fun when I'm just capturing happy moments throughout my life. And it's also really enjoyable when people come to and ask me for advice or come and ask me for help on their videos because they want to start something. All these aspects of videography as a career are fun, but I think the problem has been, and currently is, it's still a current ongoing situation, is the fact that I put way too much focus on the fun of growing rather than the fun of learning and trying and just creating. So that is my biggest goal of this entire thing, is to kind of try and actually just enjoy it again. And just stop focusing on the numbers, stop focusing on the metrics, and just continuously create. Even if it doesn't mean I'm making a portfolio piece, even if it doesn't mean it's gonna boost my career, if I'm enjoying it and I'm doing something just for the fun of it, that's completely okay. In fact, that's probably better than okay. And I hope that I can look back 10 years in the future, 20 years in the future, and say that I made the right decision and that I had fun.